Good morning, this is Ken Long from Tortoise Capital with a quick look at a regression line crossover trade on July 26th, 2013 using the regression line crossover framework. Symbol TNA, that's the triple Russell. And we're looking at 3-minute charts, and it's about 11:53, so coming into lunch. Gap down, a couple fails, and then I'm noticing we get the price ribbon has come out of the floodplain, which is the 30-period Bollinger Band plus or minus 2 standard deviations. That's the lighter shaded blue. Plus or minus 1 is the river. That's the darker shaded blue. Blue line is the fast regression line, RL10. Black line is the slow regression line, RL30. Green line is the very slow regression line, RL90. Red line is the middle of the river. That's a simple 30-period Bollinger Band, or 30-period moving average, excuse me. Purple line's the volume-weighted average price, the VWAP. Orange and maroon are a couple variations on the 200-period moving average that I'm messing with. The maroon one is just a simple 200. And the orange one is a average of the high-low close. It's almost like a pivot point moving average, if you will. Still experimenting with what those two can tell us, or if there's a significance to the difference. I'll let you know. So we got TNA has sold off. We got the Anderson regression line stretch here, where the Z swing, where the ribbon has come below -2 standard deviations. In other words, it's out of the river. We get the dragon horns form, reverses, crosses, comes up to the edge of the river, pulls back, makes a higher low, noodles around, makes a higher low, and now is moving out towards the Bollinger Band mean. Now, in this section here, I decide to enter at 57.70 because we've made a swing low, a higher low, failed to fail further, no evidence of panic. We're already into the lunch hour. This looks like a counter trend trade to me, and I'm thinking about getting back towards the 200 or at least retesting the high of the day up in here. And so I buy this here with a stop, a 20 cent stop at 57.70. Buying at 57.70, stop at 57.50. Comes up to the Bollinger Band mean, holds, starts taking off, and now it's creeping up towards the far side of the river. Now, what I'm noticing on the technical indicators here, I'm saying regression line 30 indicates growing strength, and if this trade continues to work, we'll see the RL30 cross the Bollinger Band mean pretty soon. That's an important one right here. The last time it did that, when the slow regression RL30 crosses the Bollinger Band mean, it's not unusual to see an extended move until it comes back and rejoins, and then that leg down would be over. So when I see this 30 making the turn, entering the river, approaching the Bollinger Band mean, I know that I'm going to get confirmation of a signal in about 6 to 9 minutes if this thing is going to work. So I go ahead and this entry here, I feel pretty good about this. You can either decide just to leave this here, move it to no lose, or maybe move it to no lose with dinner for 2 or whatever. That'd be about a half-an-hour win at 57.80. Let your conscience be your guide. Let your risk tolerance be your guide. You could also have used a 40 cent or 30 cent stop down here at the low of the day, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that either. So there's a couple different levels of risk that you might want to take, all of which can influence your frequency of trading, your position size, and so forth, or dollars at risk. So what I'm looking for on this one, if it works, 58.40 is certainly within reach. The next line I guess it has to get above is about above 57. If this gets above 57, then you're looking at 1.5 R in hand already, and then there'd be no doubt that this thing is going to start moving. And so that's why I like to be positioned a little bit early on this one, and now I can negotiate the rapids. If this gets through 58 and starts moving up to 58.40, then the whole river is going to turn. You can already see that the Bollinger Bands are pinching as it is leaving behind the volatility of that gap. So this is where we are in decision time right now. you have to make a decision if you want to raise your stop or not. And then look, the key indicators here about the strength of this segment of the trend are what's the 90 or what's the 30 doing with respect to the Bollinger Band mean, and can price ribbon get out of the river, and then make your decision. Now, if it gets above 58.60, there is no doubt that that this sell-off here was just a tactical move to gather inventory. If it gets above the high of the day at 58.60, then clearly it's running. That's what I mean by one. And then if it gets up here and closes the gap at 59.40, then this is a awesome trade, and it will just start moving at that point in a big way. So there's a couple key price levels. If we can get through, this thing could turn into a whale. So we're going to just nurture this trade along for a while and see what happens. So thanks for your kind attention. Ken Long from Tortoise Capital, describing a critical moment in the RLCO entry on play number 1. Entry after a regression line crossover outside of the river. So thanks for your attention. Keep your risk measured and powder dry.